What is going on, YouTubers, and welcome back to a episode here on ESGNet as we're back here with the newest episode of Inside the Cauldron here for MLS Sporting KC Manager Career Mode here on FIFA 19. As this is actually a special live com edition of this. We're going to show you guys this trade window, or this transfer window here. This is the, I believe, the wrapping up the summer transfer window. This is season 2 of the Sporting KC series. As we're going to wrap this series up here, as there's about, projectively, about 2 or 3 more episodes left in the regular season, and then of course the postseason will wrap it up with, playing all of the playoff games there. We're going to sim quite a few games right after this episode of the Cauldron. So today we're looking at the transfer window here. This is a summer transfer window, and we're going to be looking at some players from our squad here so far that has left, and some of the players that will be leaving here after this transfer. And we'll kind of look around here quickly at some of the other teams here in MLS, and of course we'll take a quick look around the league. So let's go ahead and actually go into the player stats here for us, as we take a look here. And this is the player stats for the entire MLS. Some of the top scorers here, there you see Nemo, who has 13 goals for NYCFC, who we let go, and they paid his release clause there. We got about 10,000 from his release clause, so we don't have to worry about picking him up anymore. Rooney, of course, got 12 goals for the season, but Gutierrez for Sporting Kansas City is up there, and he's been doing very well for us here in the last couple of games, and I'm very impressed with what he has done for our squad here, and he's pretty much our goal leader right now. Of course, Nemo was our goal leader, right before he left, along with Johnny Russell, who's no longer with us. He's over in Europe. They're actually in the UK. They're playing some soccer. But we'll take a look here at the rest here of the MLS play. Right now, I think he might be our only guy who has double digits. There you see Eric Herto. He has 7 goals in 17 matches, and he has, also too, he's been starting to warm up here, and he's starting looking like he can really do some damage for us there in the second half of the season once we get to the playoffs. We'll show the standings here also too here in this episode. But there you see there's top goal scores there. As for assists, we have the most assists right now. Gutierrez has 8 in 27 matches. Rooney's right behind him with 7. Of course, Eric's there at number 3 with 6 in 17 matches. Espinoza will be the next guy there for us at number 7 with 5. Gorso also has 5. He has 5 in 25 matches. Espinoza has 5 in 26 matches. And then what else do we have here? Rowe, he has 4 in 14 matches. So yeah, I mean, not a big, not really crazy numbers there for us for the season. Molina has the most clean sheets this season. He has 13 of 27 matches, so just half of his matches he has a little over 50% there in his matches this season. He's had good clean sheets. Johnson for NYCFC, who right now NYCFC is the best team in the East. Not the best team overall, that will be us, but they are the best team in the East there. He has 12 in 27 matches. And then just go down the list there. Stefan, who we just picked up there from the Columbus Crew, he has 6 clean sheets for the season. Of course, knows, I think he might have 1 from us. The rest of those are coming from from the Columbus Crew when he was playing with them. But just going down the list here and just seeing some of these numbers there, pretty some pretty good numbers here, for at least for us for Kansas City. Look at yellow cards here. I don't think we had any yellow cards per se. I could be wrong, but there you see the yellow cards for the season. If you see your favorite team or player you like, take a look there quickly. You guys, of course, always pause the video to check it out. And then look at the red cards there, and I don't think we had any red cards here, even though I would admit that we could have easily had some red cards there to start off during the season here. We'll look at the U.S. Open, which we'll get ready to play here. We're going to be playing the Columbus Crew, so we'll be playing against Stefan, our goalie's former club. But there you see the goals leaders right now. Gutierrez could easily take that with a goal. Him and Gorso both have 2. Santos could also take it too if he does well in that in the final round of the U.S. Open Cup. He also has 2 and 3 matches. But there you see right now, I mean, the magic number right now is 3 to be the leading goal setter in that domestic cup. But we'll also look at assists. Brophy, who has just been awesome since we picked him up during the transfer window here. He's been doing very well for us. He has 4 assists in 2 matches. He's been great there. He's been scoring for us pretty well there. I think he has like 3 goals here in the few matches that he's been involved, and he's been getting, I mean, he has some pretty good goals. He's also just a scrapper. He's a fighter there. And with him and Eric, playing here on this team next year, we have a good 1-2 punch. I'm even thinking about maybe keeping them both on the field and maybe having a 2 striker set, so we could possibly have like a 5 in the back, defensive backs, and then go with with 2 strikers there. So I'm looking at that for next season. But that is a possibility because I really kind of want to be able to have those 2 both involved. But Sanchez, there you see Gutierrez also. They have 1 assist apiece in a couple of games there for themselves. And we'll just keep going down the list here. There's no other Sporting Kansas City people in here. Molina does have 2 clean sheets in 2 games, so not too bad there from him. And of course, Stefan has 1 clean sheet and 2 official U.S. Open Cup games. And then there you see your yellow cards. Of course, young man from New England Revolution has the most with 2. As for us, I don't see us on this list. At least, yeah, no, okay. So we have one player here. That's our I think is our center attacking mid from FC Dallas. So he might pick that up with Dallas there, but no, he might pick that up for us there. Since he's been with us here, he's been with us here now long enough. He could have easily picked that up. But yeah, there you see. Oh yeah, and of course, Unho, there he got 1 just recently here in that last game there in the previous episode. And then red cards there, Blanco and Farrell there, both for the Timber and the Revolution. So we'll get out of that now. Let's take a look at the standings, as we'll take a look at the Western Conference first. That's of course who we represent. Currently, right now, we are 21-4-2 and within 27 matches. There, we have 67 points. We're leading this one here. We have a chance now to grab the Supporter Shield here at some point here. In the season, we should have enough points where I really no one should be able to catch up with us. with the way we've been playing here. But Seattle has 45. Of course, they're starts getting tight around the 2 and 3 spot there. 45 there for Seattle Sounders. LAFC has 43. And then, you got a close run there in the 4, 5, and 6. Rapids and Houston Domino both have 38. And then Timber have 36. Minnesota United just outside there have 36 also. LA Galaxy 30. And then just go down the list here. San Jose 29. Real Salt Lake 28. FC Dallas 26. And of course, the Whitecaps there at 17. Take a look at the Eastern Conference there. You see the leaders right now. For a long time, it was NYCFC, but lately here, they have been slipping here and been losing to some points. But NY Red Bulls now have kind of take charge here. They have 46. They have a 1-point lead over Columbus Crew. And then Columbus Crew has a 2-point lead over DC United and NYCFC. And then Philadelphia at 38, along with Toronto at 38. And then Impact Montreal has 36. Atlanta has 35, which I'm really surprised. They actually had they still have a good team down there, at least when this game was first out a couple of years ago when they won the MLS Cup. New England with 33 points. Chicago Fire with, of course, with 26. And then, in the final spot there in the East, it is Orlando City with 17. So that rounds out your Eastern Conference there. And of course, the top 6 teams in both conferences will, of course, battle out. Kansas City and if the Police playoffs start right now, Kansas City will have a first round bye, and then also the first round bye in the East would be New York Red Bulls. So there you go for that. Let's go ahead, take a look at the schedule, and these are the remaining games which I went ahead and already played one of the games for the previous episode, or for the next episode here. So kind of get an idea of what's going on there. If you've seen there what the score was, you'll kind of know already what the first game is. Of course, we'll be playing against Colorado on episode 33, but we got them coming up. We also have Real Salt Lake coming up, which is a road game. We take on the Timber on another road game there, so that's now 2 road games in a row. And then we have a home game against Seattle. We are going to be simming quite a bit. I think actually all 3 of these games will probably end up simming. But depending on, if Seattle, if we start dropping points, pretty quickly here, and Seattle starts getting on our tail, then we'll play, especially if we lose points to Salt Lake, which we shouldn't, and the same thing with Portland. If for whatever reason we start losing points and Seattle starts gaining some points there, this Seattle game might be a game that we could be looking into to wrap up that episode. Then I think this will be probably around episode 34. I think that's the next one after, because we just finished up so that was 33. 34, you're looking at possibly this game right here, the U.S. Open Cup game. And then NYCFC, this will be a good game. I really want to play this one because we'll be playing against Nemo for the first time since he left us there in Sporting Kansas against, for us, his former team, Sporting Kansas City. So that's a game I wouldn't mind playing and just see how well we play against him. And then you got LAFC to finish off this. I think this, start a road trip. I think So the last game is on the road. But then LAFC, and then of course our rival FC Dallas, and then to kind of wrap it up in this episode with San Jose Quake. And then, of course, the month of November will be playoff games. And then at some point here in December, there will be, the MLS final at some point here. Of course, remember it's a best of 3, so 2 games you move on to the next round. Again, we have a bye in the first round, so we don't have to worry about that. But yeah, this should be a fun. I hate to end this series. I was hoping to play at least 5 seasons with this team, but with so much going on with now with the second channel and just and then also too I have my Premier League series that I really enjoying that, and of course I have some other ideas for other soccer content here on this channel and on the second channel. It sucks that we have to end this series, but of course we can always, I always mention this, guys, but we can always come back to these series here. If you really want these series to stick around, we can bring them back for kind of like a little bit of a limited series, because I do enjoy this particular series here. This is my first series that I did in soccer, and now what I've known from since we started this, and up to this point now, it's been a lot of fun, and I got some really good youth academy players that we love to see blossom to becoming future stars for the MLS, and then eventually transfer them to other move them to see how they do in other leagues there. So but yeah, that's just kind of what the next couple episodes are. So we probably got about 33, 34, 35, 36. So we could be wrapping this up by episode 40. So 40 episodes, not bad. 2 seasons. Like I said, I was really hoping we were going to get to at least 5. But it happens. It's a shame that we couldn't do more with it. But I also, I'm a type of person, I don't like to get stuck with one game for too long. Not saying this game was boring or anything, but I kind of want to move and do some other things here on the channel. Alright, so let's go ahead and get out of this, and let's go to Youth Academy here while we're here, and we'll look at our staff. Those are our staff guys there. Right now we got them in Brazil, Spain, and Venezuela. Let's take a look at some of the players here that we have in Brazil. Here are some of those players here. They're almost fully looked at right now. You see some of the potentials. This player right here, Fuentes there, we probably won't have him for too long unless his numbers, his potential goes up. This young man here is a player that we're probably going to keep around in the Youth Academy by the looks of his numbers there. Got still some areas that we're still looking for, but we're hoping his numbers will skyrocket there, his potential. We'll move on. This young man here, and this one probably not so much. So we'll see. He's looks like more of an offensive player, a striker, a winger, maybe even an attacking mid. But yeah, we'll definitely have to look out here. We got 2 months left of information yet to get on him. And then there you see Pedro Jesus there, a young man that we probably will at some point here probably will not go after anymore. Looks like he's going to be a midfielder. We're kind of stacked in that area there, and for our team. We'll go here to Daniel. He's been actually bringing some good players for us here. Right now he's in Spain. He's brought a lot of players from Scotland, I think, if I remember from my notes. But he's bringing a lot of good players here, and he's in Spain right now. Reyes, guy that's kind of he could easily play with his potential and stuff like that. He could easily play, coming into the Premier League or coming into the MLS and do well. You got Morales there. Sandoval is another one, and then of course Alberto there, who's another young man. So these 4 are here. If these numbers go up, I'm hoping that they'll get to a good high potential. They got a good chance, but like I said, we still got 2 more months, so we still got plenty of time finding exactly what they're good at and what positions they'll best fit for us, if they fit for us. And then Andrew is another young guy, another young scout here, has been doing really well. He's got a player right there, Morella. He's a goalkeeper. With his numbers so far here, we got a couple here. We probably, by the next time we have another first of the month here, we should be able to get some kind of more detailed picture of him as a goalkeeper. And then you got some other players here that we just don't know about just yet. Got a couple guys that got some good, excellent potential, but for the most part here, I think we'll do something with them at some point here. And not everybody's gonna be able to get on the team. I do keep a track of players that we do find and whatnot. And it's really, one thing that really sucks is once you drop them, you can't get them back anymore. So, and especially if you have them on here for too long, if you have not signed them, they get kind of I don't know how you say it, get kind of antsy and whatnot. Then they want you to sign them in there. For me, I want to make sure I have a good, clear picture of what they do, what they can do for our team there. I don't want to sign them too soon, especially these 15, 16-year-olds. They can't necessarily play just yet. So those are the ones you kind of have to watch out your eye for. I got a couple of players right now in the youth academy, which we'll see here in a bit, that I'm chomping at the bit. I want them to start next season, but they can't, at least I want them to start right now. But for them being as young as they are, they just can't start. So here's some of those youth academy players I was talking about, and there's we have 1, 2, 3. These little locks there tell you that they cannot, they're not eligible to play just yet until next season. But then you got some players here like a goalkeeper, this attacker, which I really like to bring him up because we do need an attacking mid. But right now we got such a great attacking mid of Rowe and the young man from Dallas that we picked up. He may not be able to be on the on this youth academy for too long, because for too long there, if you keep him on there too long, they're going to want to play. And if you don't play him, then another team can easily just pick him up off your practice. Because it's pretty much, this is your practice squad here. You can call him up and call him down when you need him. So yeah, this is we got some goal. We got goalie here that I have real good. By his potential, he looks pretty solid for us in the next couple of years. Just got to continue with the training with him. And then we got some cams there, a couple mid center mids there, and then of course the center back to help us out. So let's go ahead and get into the transfer window itself. So let's go ahead and see what we can do here with the transfer window. Let's go ahead and look over here. Let's look at some of the latest deals that we've, at least for our club, at least what we've made so far. And these are the most recent right here, starting from the top down. Proschek, he left us. I was trying my best to keep him here, but there you see the details there. Hamburg there for the Bundesliga. They went ahead and assigned him to a pretty good deal there. They paid his release there, so he's going to be there with them. And it sucks because he did have some concerns for wanting to get some playing time in there, and he got some decent playing time, and he was really doing well for us off the bench. He's had a couple of good starts, but apparently he's just not enough for him. And like I said, we got so much of a back, so log jam right now with center mids right now that we just cannot, we can't give everybody playing time. and that's what a lot of these guys just don't understand. Becker, he's going to be transferring to us here. He'll be our new our backup right winger. Johnny Russell, unfortunately, this is another one that I just did not want to let go. But you know, this team that wanted him so bad, they decided to pay his release clause and grab him, and that's exactly what they did. So Johnny Russell no longer with us. There you see his wages and, of course, his value there. So, you know, he's 29 years of age. He'll have a couple of good years there in the English leagues there. We'll see how. Well, yeah, I'm you know, he's from. I'm sure he's wanting to go back home there in Scotland and whatnot. So, you know, I can't really get mad at him. Graham Smith, he's on loan right now. We mentioned that before. Nemo there, of course, they paid us 10 G's to get him, and of course, he is now with NYC FC, and we'll see him here actually coming up here in a game. I really am thinking about playing that game and seeing how we can just play against him and see what we can do with him, like at least against him, what we can do. Molina, he will be gone here. He's leaving on a free transfer. You know, probably one of the best goalies here in MLS, and by far one of the best goalies in Sporting Kansas history. And it's gonna be it's a shame to see him go, but we got Steph in there to help us out. And best of luck to Timmy there going to Norwich. Did not want to see that happen. Jake Hasty from Motherwell, he's coming over to Sporting Kansas City. We'll see Brophy there. He's coming over. Of course, we mentioned him here. He's been playing well here in the last couple of episodes you've seen him in. Doing a great job there playing. And then there you see Zach Steffen, Pedro Agrazio. He's now with us. Andre Green from Aston Villa from the Premier League there. He is now Sporting Kansas City, now 21 years of age, a young guy, a great winger. He's going to be a guy that is going to replace Gorso. I can see him starting next season because I'm trying to see what I'm going to do with Gorso. Gorso's numbers have really plummeted, really since the first season of this series, and he has just not been an impact player like he was. You know, he hasn't put up the numbers, hasn't been playing as well as he did as he did last season compared to this season. And of course, Lindsay there, of course, he is on loan there to RC Celta. So that's what we've done here. I'll show you guys the clubs, I guess internationally here. But there, yeah, here's some of the names here. Internationally here, you got some players moving from either from Bundesliga to Premier League, or Premier League going to MLS going to wherever. So you see, I don't see any names here that really. Of course, I'm still new to this soccer scene here, but just want to show you guys. A lot of you guys are kind of curious of who went where and whatnot. I don't really see. I mean, I know I'm probably skipping a couple players here that I can recognize, but for the most part here, it's of course it's crazy how these teams spend so much money on these players and getting them there. And like I said, I was trying my best not to spend too much. Try to keep it within budget and try to keep it realistic here. But there were so many teams so many players that were wanting a release clause coming out of nowhere. And of course, I know this game is still buggy when it comes to that kind of stuff, making unrealistic, deals and all that kind of stuff. So we'll go ahead and we'll move on now to, we'll see here. Let's see. Looks at some of the top deals. No, never mind. We already seen all those. So let's go ahead and get the transfer window started here, as we'll go ahead and advance this one just by an hour. and just look at that money just going up there. So we'll see here. Any other things going on here? Of course, there you see NYC trying to make a move because they're right in the hunt there for a playoff spot. You know, they're in the top 10. There you see all our players that are coming in. Of course, all the players that are going out with transfers. So let's go ahead and advance another hour here. And we do have an alert here from the office. And it says that we have reached an agreement with Norwich to purchase. Okay, so let's check this here. Now, I could have sworn Oh, okay. This is a right back. I don't remember ever sending anything out for him. Okay. So, okay. Maybe I did. Let me take a look here. Let me look at my squad here. Because I think this is a right back that we were looking at. Because I was thinking, I was like, okay, we need somebody. Okay, so. You know what? I think I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and say no on this deal. Because then it would make him, and that's the thing. I gotta make sure we have only 3 designated players. That because it's no more than $10,000 on wages. I think that was what I said. I think we're a little past that. I think we have several players in that situation here. So I need to look and see. Let's look at the financial side of this. Okay, so yeah, see, these would be our designated players right here. These are the ones that are making more than 10K. And yeah. See, I'm already breaking my rule already. Maybe not with him because he's still 9K. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, we're gonna have to say no. Just on the grounds of no, because I want to stay there. So we're gonna have to say no, and we're gonna have to reject the offer. And that we'll just do that. So I thought and sometimes it's been a while since I played this, so it's like, okay, where's my frame of mind of doing a lot of this stuff. So nothing there. Let's go ahead and go for another hour. See what else we can see here. Go for another hour here. Okay, so here we go. Got somebody showing interest in something. We'll see what this is right here. And okay, so it's a guy that we were looking at, Dominic there, or Dimitri. So we're not gonna go after him. So let's just go for that. Like I said, I feel like we're pretty much done here. Yeah, there you can see another player there that we're looking at, and the other teams are showing interest there, which is fine. Because I feel like we have the squad that we want out there, and You know, we'll just, you know, like I said at the beginning, I think I remember saying this at the beginning of this series, and of course this season, that we really do need to use our youth academy. You know, be a very youthful team. This is our window here. This, you know, with the team, still got some veterans here that won the MLS Cup last year. That we still put something together there, and having some of those younger guys there will really help us out. I see another player that we're looking at there. So I'm not too worried about, you know, really anybody picking anybody else up here, as there's just an hour left. We'll see here. There's a transfer approach made. Okay. So yeah, we got to try to re-sign him. So let's go ahead and do that. I know there was a couple of players here on the squad that we had to re-sign. So let's look at that. Let's see who we got to re-sign here. So let's see, Baszler's 32. So let's go ahead and let's delegate negotiations. Time. Okay. You have recently negotiated your contract. Okay. Well, then why are you telling me that I need to sign? Okay, I don't know. See, this is what I'm talking about. This game is getting really ridiculous. Telling me I need to sign players, which apparently I know I signed. I know with Roger, I know I signed with him with a new deal. Okay, so now trade deadlines are the transfer window's over with, and we'll see youth academy information here. As we got some better update here on a lot of the players and their abilities here. So we could possibly keep him. His overalls kind of dropped some, but his gone up, and his is really went up a little bit. So these two at the top, and Brom there at the bottom are probably guys we'll probably end up keeping. These two right here, probably not. We don't need another goalkeeper, because I like to keep him around. Rob there, but we've already got two already that we brought up, and they're doing really good when they're as on the senior team there. So those two guys will probably end up getting rid of. Let's see here. Okay, then you got our monthly reports there from the coaches or from the scouts here. I have to go through this a little bit more in depth there. Well, no, not yet. So far, one's a goalkeeper that we know of. Okay, same thing with him. And Fuentes. And there you see the deadline there across all leagues. Oh my goodness, 194 million 999 or $990,000. Wow, that's a lot of money. And that's all leagues around the world spending money on players, bringing them in and out. Then you see, okay, talks about move to Buenos Aires had broken down as they couldn't reach it. So, okay, thank goodness. I got some players. We're going to talk to some players here. We got Rivero. Okay, he's talking about, I'm really stoked that you are consideration seriously. Okay, yeah, because we've been kind of working with him and trying to get him involved in the rotation here as of late. And of course, Eric as well. He's been doing very, very well for us there. He's now taking over the striker position. But yeah, there it is right there. That is what the season looks like here. As we take a look here, as we are on September 1st. So we got a lot of changes here. No more worry about players now. I feel confident that we have the right players that we need to move on and do well here in this last half of the season, and got the talent what we need, and we just got to now what we've been seeing on paper. We just now need to do bring those guys out there and just actually have them play some good football out there. So that is it for this episode of Inside the Cauldron with Sporting Kansas City Career Manager Career Mode. If you guys enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like. Sorry it wasn't too so in depth there, but like I said, we pretty much, I think we did really well with our transfers. I didn't want to get too crazy with them. I wanted bring a couple pieces in to help us out, because I knew a couple pieces will probably be leaving. I wasn't really expecting Johnny Russ, so I was going to kind of wait and hope to move him maybe during the off season. Him and Gorso, which Gorso is a person I am thinking about moving here in the off season. But as for Johnny Russell, I was really hoping that we were going to keep him around, then move him in the off season. I think we was going to be moving during this trade, during this transfer window. But yeah, so we got a new squad here. We'll check out the squad as you see there. So we'll have a new squad. Of course, Molina won't be there. We'll see Stefan playing that position. Of course, like I said, we'll be rotating guys as often as we can and as much as possible to help us out. But yeah, that's it for me, and that's it for this episode. If you guys enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe here on the channel. We'll probably do these more often here, live commentaries. Maybe even do some of the episodes like this in live commentary. But yeah, we'll see how things go coming up here in this next half of this season. But as always, leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that bell notification so you guys be notified here on the channel. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Discord. The links are down below in the description. Check us out also on the second channel on ESGNet LP. I got some great stuff going on over there. Not to mention, if you guys want to help us out financially here on for both channels, check out our Patreon page. There's a great got a nice stuff on there for people that want to help us financially and want to help out, even show more support by helping us out that way. So we greatly appreciate if you can, but if you can't, no problem, not a big deal. But there are some perks there if you happen to join our Patreon page. But that is it for me, and that is it for this episode of Sporting Kansas City. As always, stay safe, wear a mask, take care of yourself and each other, and I will see you guys next time.